right there. Hey there, everyone. Thank you so much for your patience getting ready for stream today. I believe we are all set to go. If you don't know me, I'm Ann Richmond, aka Hearthsinger, the head bard in charge. And today, we are going to be doing our stream sponsored by Eldritch Foundry. And this stream is called Building Character. This is a basically an opportunity for us to play around in the Eldritch Foundry character creator system. Check out first all the new stuff that's been released, which you can always tell because there are red dots next to the different places. So if you're curious to know where any new content has been released, you can look for those in the side there. And then we're gonna play around with our sci-fi stuff, because last week we built my bard, Calliope Rhymestaff, and this week we're going to build a sci-fi character. We're going to build a Starfinder character, which is because I played 3 whole Starfinder games during Jasper's Game Week, which was such an awesome event. Guys, we raised more money for Jasper's Game Day, which is a charity that supports and funds efforts towards suicide awareness and prevention. And we raised more during that stream than in all of the streams that I did for different charities combined last year. We raised $5,575.50, a number that will live in infamy. And I'm floored by it. I'm so happy about it. I feel so supported by this community who came out in droves to support. And you know, we just had a total blast for 3 days straight. So many awesome creators that I've always wanted to meet but never have gotten to meet. You know, all of those VODs are on this channel right now and available to view. And one of the things that was super awesome was we had giveaways from Geek Grind Coffee and free STLs from Eldritch Foundry for people to build their dream characters and get their miniatures printed. And then what else did we have? Oh, Paizo gave away Pathfinder and Starfinder beginner boxes so people could start telling their own stories in these systems at home. It was so awesome. And as tired as I am, and certainly was the beginning of this week, I'm also just kind of like, I already long for the good old days when I got to just watch fun people play these games and play in them myself. So you can bet that there's going to be more actual play content on this channel in the future, and I am working on separating out all of those games so that people will be able to watch the ones that they missed and wanted to see more easily than having to tab through an entire day of content, because content was running from noon to 1:30 a.m. every day. So it's quite a bit to roll through when you're looking for something specific. But yeah, and if you didn't hear last week, what is time? Welcome to the pandemic, everybody. If you didn't hear, last week, I announced that I am joining forces with Eldritch Foundry. So you will get these building character streams every single week right here on the channel. And the other thing that's cool about it is all of my patrons on Patreon get a special discount code for all of the products that they offer. So it's not just limited to one thing. And I'll also be doing an STL giveaway every single time we do one of these Thursday streams. So super appreciative of the sponsorship from my friends at Eldritch Foundry. I think you're going to love it. What's up, Blueberry Rogue? And also what's up to Benya, who was here and noticed that there was something amiss on the stream originally. So thank you so much for not being that guy who lets their friend stream for a long time before realizing something is horribly wrong and no one is telling me. Yeah, I appreciate you so much. Blueberry Rogue, how are you doing? What is up? Blueberry Rogue was in the game I ran, the very first game of the entire event, which was harrowing, playing with Eric Mona and Sydney Emmanuel and Kaya Amara and Red Mage Ray. I mean, tons of people. There were like 8 people in that game, and then all of our auction seat winners as well. So let's start by digging into the new stuff. the things I want to call out are there are new head options, clothing options, handheld options, and base options. So I definitely want to get into that. And then we'll start building a new sci-fi character. Ooh, Blueberry Rogue is grabbing ice cream. I am in. All right, so this week we're going to build a Starfinder character. I think we're going to build my Technomancer, Technomancer Extraordinaire, Priya Brywin, legend of the Starfinder Society. She's kind of an elven archaeologist. She's not kind of an archaeologist. She's an icon, which is an archetype. You can choose to give your archetype like mercenary, ace pilot. She's an icon, so she's famous for something, and her tagline is always "Buy my book." So we're gonna build her. She's a caster. I tend towards casters, even though in my current Starfinder. My current Starfinder show, Starfound, I play a Solarian, which is like kind of combat casty, but is not necessarily a caster. They're more like an Eldritch Knight or a Jedi type of situation. But let's dive in here. If you're curious what you're looking at, this is the miniature I built last week. This is Calliope Rhymestaff, my bard from a D&D game, so we're crossing the streams. We're crossing over to a new system. But let's see what new head options we have. So these are, let's see, within it, you'll see all the new stuff. Whenever there's new stuff released, you'll see it has red dots next to it. So if you just want to pop on and see what's there, that's a fun way to keep up with what's going on. So we know there's new hair. Let's scroll till we... Okay, so the new hair is side sweep. That's fun. I like that. It's a very... God, what's her name? Cheers, love the cavalry's here. Why can't I say names? Help, Overwatch, help me. Help. Fake nerd. Can't remember characters. I know. That's terrible. They already have quite a few fun hair options. And again, they're always creating more stuff. But yeah, it's a fun new short hair look. I like it. The androgynous fan in me likes it. Let's see. There's also some new ears. I believe they're bunny rabbit ears. Yeah, we've got rabbit ears. Oh, like side rabbit ears. Oh, that's interesting. Because they also have these rabbit ears, which just pop out the top. For fun and for free. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to take these off because I don't necessarily want it. I'm fine with that hair kind of staying there for now. And then... let's see. We've got... Wait, did we go through this? Yeah, hair and ears. Then we've got clothing has new stuff. So, new neck clothing. Ooh, there's a new mate. Okay, so first of all, I want to... create a new character. So I'm going to reset and I'm going to say start over. And we're going to name this character Priya Brywin. So it's important to kind of name your characters to keep track of them. When did the new options arrive? I believe earlier this week or last week. I really should know that, but I remember writing copy about it. It might have been last week, but basically they come out every month, Blueberry Rogue. So there's new stuff all the time. All right. So Priya Brywin, and we'll customize her to what she's supposed to look like soon. But I just want to try out the new stuff first. So you can get Mage's shoulders, which is cool. And when there's clipping, you can also like go around and like move the axis of your neck and your head. So sometimes you can undo some of that if that's something that bothers you. A lot of times when you paint over it, no one will really notice anyways if it's still there. Okay, there's a new helmet. Oh, lots of new helmets. Okay, we could be a jester. That's intense. Ooh, but without the hair, we can see on that mage's cowl. That's really cool. One of the reasons I like stuff like this for painting these delicious ridges is because they're super easy to dry brush, which means that they're super easy to make look good without having to be the best painter in the world. Now, as the best painter in the world, I don't need to worry about such sundry things as an easy option. But, you know, just in case you out there at home need it, It's just something to know. There's a new torn hood cowl. I am kidding about being the best painter in the world. Yeah, there's new content every month. And did you see my announcement, Blueberry Rogue? Blueberry Rogue is on my Patreon. And all of the patrons get 15% discounts ad infinitum to Eldritch Foundry, which is pretty cool. Let me... Patreon. Cool. All right. Is the music too loud? Is it okay? I don't know. I'm trying to... Maybe I'll turn it down a little bit. It's probably fine, right? All right, let's look at these other... We've got a wide-brimmed... Let's see what the difference is. Wide-brimmed hood versus... Okay, so this one definitely covers the eyes. But this one allows you to see a little bit more of the face, which I love. Let me go back up here to neck and get rid of this cowl so we can really see these in all of their glory. This was the hood I was looking at last week that I liked the texture, like the finishings on the front of it. Music was fine, says Tibenya. I'm sorry, I changed it. Let's see. It's louder for me. So I'm just like, what? What is it? Oh man. Now, without let's also take a look here at some of the more sci-fi options. So they have this dark helm, which all I'm going to say is this is the way. And whatever you take from that, that's on you. But you could use it in certainly as a fantasy helm too, but it's pretty cool that they have kind of a sci-fi helm, and they released a bunch of new sci-fi options on May the 4th. So, I do like that this has like a pointed... I feel like some of these things I didn't see last time, and maybe that's on me. Or maybe I just didn't want a hat, so I didn't look as deeply. There's also like an aviator's hat and an army helmet. So make sure you look through, because there's lots of stuff that can kind of span different genres. And they're, like I said, releasing new stuff all the time. Ooh, this kind of like warm hood. If I was making a character for Rime of the Frost Maiden, I might do something like that. The only issue for me is that I love painting hair. Like, I love painting hair. Hair is very important to me. That's what I can tell you. Right? I love it. She looks a little like a sunflower, but once you paint up that fur, it won't look quite so much like that. But yeah, I think you could probably make some pretty cool cyberpunk and steampunk characters with the stuff that's in here. I really like this aviator hat. It's really easy to get rid of stuff as you're going, because you can just either if you're like, how did I do this? I don't know which thing I chose. Just hover over the area of the body that you're choosing stuff for and just press clear and it'll take it away, right? So I was wearing this tank top. Let's scroll down. So there's the new Street Wizard, which I love. No, tiny top hat. Okay, I'll go back. I'm so sorry. How could I have done this to you? Where's the tiny top hat? Is it everything you ever... There we go. A top hat. Well, it's not tiny. Well, it's tiny in that it's on a miniature. But I don't believe that it is a Fascinator style top hat. Sadly. I do like how many different like night helms they have. Like, some people... What I will tell you is, if you're scared of painting faces, getting a miniature with like a cowl that hangs down over the face, or with a helm like this, is really, really helpful. Like, I love painting faces, even though it makes me absolutely crazy. But that's like integral to how I see most of my characters, is like I imagine them not wearing a helmet. But if you're someone who's new to painting and you want to make sure that you get something that you're going to be happy with after, you know, either spending the money and the time to get the STL and 3D print it, or to buy the deluxe resin miniature and then wait for it to get there and then paint it. It feels kind of shitty to like do it and then be unhappy with your paint job. So that is definitely a tip I have if you're making custom minis and you're like scared of ruining it, I think, which is the, you know, going from like a WizKids option where you don't get to customize it, but it's, you know, it costs a lot less money, but it may not be exactly what you want. So that's kind of where this comes in, and that's where the dream of having the ability to 3D print your own stuff can be so cool. So yeah, I mean, I always like to say, like, obviously this is an Eldritch Foundry sponsored stream, so I'm going to be focusing on what they offer. There are options out there for everyone, but one of the reasons that I'm kind of a champion for the custom miniature process is because I really want the mini to look the way I want it to, and to be the ancestry that I am playing, and to have the clothes that I want and all of that stuff. So yeah, and I like playing dress up, and I like character creators, so it all comes together. All right, let's get rid of this hat. So I'm not going to go looking for it. I'm just going to click there. Let's open up the torso. We've got the new Street Wizard option on. Ooh, and there's some other ones down here. There's some Xena looking stuff down here. So we've also got a new simple torso, or what is it called? Fits your imagination. That's exactly right, Blueberry Rogue. So we've got this new tunic. We've also got the Wizard's low cut if people wanted that. I think that was because there is like a Wizard's... There's like a robe top, but it's like a little bit higher. And some of this stuff reads more mask or a little beefier than other things. And I think over time, one thing that I'm liking about Eldritch Foundry is they're finding versions of things that work for different, like, I mean, for different character types, obviously, but like across a gender spectrum, where like not all the quote unquote armor that's like less robust as far as the amount of like bulk it adds to the mini needs to be like sexy armor. But a really good example of that is here, with their new armored corset and armored bra. It's like sometimes you want an armored bra, and that's perfectly fine. But if what you want is more of a like armored situation on your entire torso, you can still have this cool design with the corset bottom on it. And I think that's really cool that they offer both options instead of just forcing you down one way or the other, because they already had the top part, so why not, you know, keep it and make the bottom part too. So I feel like they're doing that more and more, and I really like it. This one is super fun. It's not for the faint of heart. It's definitely more revealing. This is my favorite though, the cyber jacket, which is what I put on my other characters. So we're not going to put it on the one this week, but it is definitely one of the more, it could be fantasy or sci-fi depending on how you paint it. Let's see. Let's look at this. Okay, so that's the Wizard's low-cut tunic, and then you just have this as well. The Street Wizard, which we looked at. Okay, let's look at pants. New pants. New pants, who dis, right? Okay, so this I'm obsessed with. Like, this was what I was looking for last week for Calliope and could not find. Was like the half skirt that's a little fussy. Couldn't find it, but now it's here. I also like that we have kind of a journeyman wizard. This gives me like very much Ray vibes, and really goes with this top, I think, too, if you want your wizard to be in pants. And then there's also this street wizard thing, which again is not truly a full half skirt, but you could definitely get those vibes from it, which I like. I like a lot. Let's take a look. Ooh, there's new capes. Okay, so we've got new capes. Ooh, this is so cool. It's like a on the angle type of cape situation. It's got a collar, and then here is the Mage's cape without the collar, which I love. This looks like it could be a good cape for Scifi too, because it doesn't have too much like elvish scrolling on it. And I find the Sci-fi stuff, it can often be seen like on an angle, and I feel like that's a thing. Eyewear. There's new eyewear as well. All right, we've got some goggles. We've got an eye patch and some circular glasses for nerds. And it's cool that they put the black eye and the eye patch. They do it both ways so that if you specifically say across your right eye, you know, X is going on. I think that's really cool. Stabby Tabby Cat, how's it going? We're looking at some of the new Eldritch Foundry options, which is super awesome. And then we're going to build a Sci-Fi character from Starfinder. So let's see here. Oh, wait. Clothing, did we go through it all? We went through eyewear. Okay, cool. I'm going to... Let's see. Let me get rid of this eyewear. Okay. Let's go to handheld items. There's new blades. Oh! There is a beam sword. And I'm just going to like, you know, however you want to take that. A beam sword. Ooh, I do like this, like, Scifi moonblade thing. That's cool. They didn't have that the last time I was looking at their weapons. Huh. It's really cool. All right, let's look at pole arms. I bet there's going to be a May the 4th option there. Oh, yeah. A dual beam sword. Oh! Look at that. Yeah, exactly. It's not to be confused. They're two completely different things. And if you've made the connection, then I can't stop you. But yeah. All right, let's see. Oh, I like this. This makes you hold it in one hand or... Oh, that's... Oh, two. That's excessive. I think we can all agree that this option here is excessive. But I like that you can hold it in one hand or the other. And the thing is, there are blades like that in Starfinder too that you can use. And so I like that they are now a thing in this. But yeah, they released a lot of cool May 4th options, which I think is cool. Okay, we've got a new scepter. This looks very World of Warcraft to me, which I don't hate. Let's see, we've got a little... What is this called? The Wizard's Cane. Ooh, I like this. I like this one. I guess it's a gem staff. Yeah. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Yeah. So they're always adding new stuff, like, again, every month. And then lastly, the thing I think is so litty is they have new base effects. So, well, they aren't new, right? They were stretch goals, I think, on their Kickstarter originally, but now they're available to everybody. So, for instance, you could have ice shards breaking through in front of you. You could have flames erupting from the base. You could have a void shield, so like a sci-fi shield. Super into that. Druidic aura, so like a bunch of twisting vines or a gust of wind. Like, come on. These are so beautiful. I love the wind one. I mean, I love them all, but I think this one, the only thing that I can imagine about this one, or that I would preface, is that you're going to have a hard time getting your brush in there. So make sure that whatever you put on your bottom half, if you get this one, you don't make something that's too detailed, because if you have to get in there with super detail, your brush is going to have a hard time reaching past the other stuff. So that is one thing that I think people forget. They make a miniature and they're like, this is really cool. What a cool design. They don't really think about how they're going to paint it. And sometimes that can make me really disappointed in the end result of a miniature. So yeah, potato. It's just something to think about. And then their new base items. Oh my goodness. I can't. Okay, so there's an egg basket. Hold on. Let me get rid of this. So these were for Easter, obviously. There's a danger bunny, which is just the funniest thing in the world. It's just a bunny loaded with dynamite, just in case. He knows what he needs to do, and he knows what it's going to take to do it, you know? And I respect that. Or you just, regular bunny familiar, or a pot of gold. All excellent choices. And then they also, of course, have all the choices they already had, like a crow's skull or crystal growth. If you do have a bottom half on your character that you want to do some super detail to, these are good options to customize the base and be all about that base, but without any treble when it comes to painting. Somebody clip that, because it's pretty incredible. Okay, cool. So we're going to clear. Okay, so now that we've kind of explored the new options, we're about a half hour into stream. So I think we're going to take the next half hour or so and build a Starfinder character. The character that we're going to build is Priya Brywin. I mentioned her earlier. She's my elven technomancer. So technomancers have seen that technology is connected deeply to magic. Both things are magical in nature, and they kind of use one to fuel the other and back and forth. And they're basically like the mages of this system. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. So let's start with body, because we know she's going to be an elf. Got Goliath, half-orc, Wargast. Oh, that's pretty cool. Dude. Let's just look at this. This is sick. Dude. That's so cool. You could absolutely turn this into an android if you wanted. Now, some androids are going to have more... to Benya, it might be a tiny bit difficult to dual wield double beam swords. Yeah, but you could try. I could definitely spin them both. What's up, little bitty monster? How's it going? Hello, Frond. Yeah, these are cool too. Yeah, I mean, I will say that I feel like the diversity of options of things you can be is ever growing from Eldritch Foundry. All right, so we're an elf. We know this. We accept this about ourselves. Our selves. No, that's not. It's not funny. All right, so she's kind of tall. Her head size is big because she's an icon. No, we're gonna make it relative to her body. We're gonna reset it. Yeah, it's fine. Shoulder width. I imagine her being fairly slight because she is a caster. I think for her, appearances definitely matter. She's a high intelligence character, but she did not skimp on the charisma. But she's not swole. She's not that swole, at least. Why is one of these... I don't understand. I don't know what this is, but I'm putting it back to normal and I'm relinking it because I'm scared. Okay, we're gonna leave the arms the way they are, but you could change them. Belly. I don't need her to have a belly. We're gonna give her more of a waist. Defo more butt. And leg mass. Let's have a look here. Yeah, I pretty much just imagine her to be pretty waifish. She doesn't have... we don't need to get into the whole wing situation. Okay, head. Demon Hunter's horns. Let's go to hair. All right, we need some... I'm an elven archaeologist. I'm better than most people, but I'm still lovable hair. What do we think? All right, Tabby. We'll see you in a bit. What says that? I think the Commodore hair is a great start. No. Coiled braid. I mean, it's definitely... This is what we did for the last thing. So we're not going to do it for Priya as well. I don't hate this top knot idea, but it makes her look a little severe. Shoulder length hair. Noble's braid. Peggy, obviously. I mean, it's very anime. The long braid? Which one? This one? Like the French braid? The long... Oh, no, the long one is unfortunately out because I used it on Calliope last week. And I don't want to have... I could just do the regular... This is fine. This is fine. It's another braid, but it's a different braid. I don't hate it. I also don't hate the Viking braid for her. It's a little harsh, I guess. This also isn't bad. The reason that I like, so she has this ombre hair from pink to purple, or purple to pink. And so I feel like the half up, half down might be a good way to go for that, because you'll be able to see it on the finished miniature. It's harder to do that when you have a braid, at least the way I imagine it. Some rocker slick hair. Actually, I don't hate that. Let me get rid of the cape. This is very much Priya hair. So we're going to go with this for now. Head, eyebrows. These eyebrows are a little intense. Can we just split the difference? What if our eyebrows weren't super fuzzy? What if that was... I don't want any of this. I just want normal eyebrows. Long is too long. Full is too bushy. I guess we'll go with this. I'm scared. Eyes. This is fine. I don't need horns. Ears. We've got elvish ears, and we're down to clown with that. Facial controls. We're gonna... Don't worry. So when you make them super happy at first, it's like... But that's not how it ends up. So don't worry. If you were worried, just let it go. Let it fall away like a jacket that's too warm. Okay. All right, let's do a little bit of a brow raise because she definitely thinks she's better than most people. Oh, not that. Oh, we can make the brows a lot less intense this way, I think. Which that'll make us able to lower. And then gonna link these here. Oh yeah, that's so much. Oh, thank God. Thank God. All right. Let's see. Eyes, socket. The thing that I like about this is you can get very specific about the face. So make sure you tab in and you can really see what you're making. Oh, we should definitely link these eyes, I think. Bug. Only bug parts only. Socket distance. Oh, we don't want that to be its own thing. Huh. Now nothing. Do you ever do this and then you're like, now nothing looks right? Now nothing looks right. I think that's it. Okay, height. That's insane. That's also insane. But she is elvish, so I do want her to have, like, cheekbones should be high. Well, not individually. What? These things should be linked to start out, and then... Okay, here we go. There, okay. I'm feeling this. I want her to have a thin face. Okay, and then jaw, we're going to open it up. This is where she starts to, like, look a little less like, you know, it's getting happening. Moose Tracks ice cream was yum. That does sound good. You shared with your tot. Never share with a tot. Never do it. I don't know why I said that so determinedly. Never share with a tot, Blueberry Rogue. What are you thinking? All right, let's Technomancer extraordinaire. I don't hate a little bit of. That's a little intense, but I do think she should be in the middle of her French accent, you know, which, so I think a little bit of rotate actually makes her look more, I mean, not human because she's an elf, but more like a living thing. Sometimes when stuff is too perfect, like when the eyebrows are straight across, like all of that, like they might look pretty, but it doesn't look like an object. And oh no, I've unplugged my headphones. Not only can I not hear my smooth lo-fi, but everything is very silent. And I'm scared. I remain scared. All right, here we go. Boom, it's fixed. All right, let's look at this chin situation. Chin width. That's way too. Her teeth are phasing through, first of all. Chin size. That's like, gosh, it disturbs me to see you, Gaston, looking so down in the dumps. Every guy here love to be you, Gaston, even when taking our lumps. There's no man in town as inspired as you. You're everyone's favorite guy. Cast me as Lady LeFou yesterday. It would be great. I'm just saying it'd be a 10 out of 10 casting choice, and you could do with that what you want. All right, let's focus on clothing. Now, here I don't really think there's a starting outfit that I want to go with. I just kind of want to dive into individual things. Okay, so a warm collar. I think that gives her kind of a fantasy vibe, and I want to avoid that. So a gunslinger scarf, it phases through the hair. It's just not good for this particular thing. I don't hate her having like an archaeologist's gorget, a gorgeous gorget, an underdog collar. These are really cool. I got to make some characters with short hair. A mage's collar. You know, we're going to come back to these because I want to see how they fit over stuff. All right, let's think about, does she need to have anything on her head? Do these take your hair away? They don't. That's cool. Interesting. Interesting. What could we put on there? Yeah, so these take away your hair. I really feel like her hair is such a big part of her like icon, like caring about appearances thing that I don't want to take it away. So we're gonna leave it there. Shoulders. Oh, that's cool. You could have like a wolf's head pauldron, please. Yesterday. I want it yesterday. All right. These could be okay sci-fi pauldrons. It's cool that you could have unlock it and do like one furry pauldron. Don't hate that. Don't hate it. I don't love it for this character, but I don't hate it as a concept. Okay, let's come back to pauldrons because I might do just, ooh, that's really out there. I think you can bring it into the body a little bit. Priya Brywin has one cursed demon hand, And I don't know how we're going to represent that in this miniature creation. But it would be a riot pad. Let's see. What does that look like? I think that could be okay. I could really be down with that. Okay. Let's go with that for now. I could also imagine painting these as like buttons that shine instead of rivets. And a lot of like character creation in these miniature creators, especially in Eldritch Foundry, is about like really planning your paint job first. So when you look at things, don't just accept them as fantasy. Think about how you're going to use paint to transform them into whatever you want, because I could see painting these as like with like a neon green or a neon pink to make them look like shining buttons on a space armor. All right, so let's find some space armor. I've already looked through a lot of things. I already kind of felt like one of these overcoat situations would be really good for her. We're going to get rid of the pants that she's wearing right now because they're just getting in the way of my gorgeousness. Scroll up here. Pugilist coat. Oh, so that's just like, I don't have any clothes on underneath, and I don't love that. Armored bra is not what this character requires. A townsman's coat. If it didn't have the cravat, I would consider it. Street wizard. I need to split the difference on sexy, right? Like, I need to split the difference on sexy. What if, and just hear me out, where's that? Here it is. This like mage bathing suit. I'm not convinced. I do like this overcoat. I'm happy to come back to this overcoat. Just not. This is better, honestly. Why do I always come back to this? And then it ruins the hair because the hair clips through it. What are we going to do about this? What are we going to do, everybody? Underdark wizard? That's cool. It's like not what I was looking for right now, but ooh, this is cool. Cool space armor. Living for it. Living for it we are. Okay, that's also okay. I could make that pretty spacey because she has like very tight to the skin armor. She doesn't wear no armor, but she's a caster. So putting her in just like a suit to go out into space doesn't really make sense. Okay, let's look at pants to go with this. Just put on some short shorts and be like, I'm ready. No, doesn't quite get me where I need to go with this character. This looks a little Sailor Scouty, and I don't hate it. It's not really what I'm going for, but I could get behind it. Man, she's just like, here I am, sign, seal, deliver, and the Lord has forsaken me, and I am a follower of Nyarlathotep yesterday. Ooh, riot pants. This looks okay. All right, now we're getting to a place, right? These riot pants, I think, could be really good for us. So let's think about that. We've already seen Street Wizard, which I didn't hate. That's the thing with sci fantasy, is it skirts the line, but if you put yourself in too much fantasy gear in a character creator, then it doesn't look sci-fi enough. And I think we're going to change that by changing, like, the staff obviously is doing its own communication style for sure. But I think this, where were they? The riot leggings? There's also these. I'm very obsessed with this. This is not what she looks like, but I do stan whatever this is. All right, let's go down to riot leggings again. All right, I like that. Riot pants. Because I always did imagine her in pants, so I can get behind that. All right. Now, as far as a cape goes, this is going to be a little rough because of the hair. Now, this hair kind of melts into the cape. I think I'm going to have to give up my dream of a cape here. What is this tattered skull clasp thing, though? Yeah, I'm going to need to give up my dream of a cape. And it's really sad. It's a sad day for me because I really like this... what's it called when it's cut on the bias like that? Cape. Damn. Toddler. Make it unique. Oh, chat. I love you so. All right. Let's think about this. Let's take... I wish there were some goggles to put on my head, you know? Like, that just makes her look insane. But if I were going that route, I'm glad that those exist. All right, let's see. Ranged. Okay, so we do have... Ooh, we have a Shadowrunner's pistol. This looks like it would be really perfect for her, actually. So here's where I think we're going to start to see the sci-fi, the sci-fantasy elements really come together for us. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, man. I also like that they have a compound bow for that purpose as well. But yeah, Priya has a pistol in one hand. And she'll have magic in the other, I think. So let's go down to magic focus. A heart. Just a straight up heart. That's fine. That's terrible. We can't do that. We cannot do that. Let's think here. Let's think about magic effects. What about... Is there anything here that looks... Nothing that looks... That is one thing I'm going to give them some feedback on, I think, is that I would like some more like sci-fi infused magic that looks like pixelated. I don't know how you would represent that 3D wise, though. I don't hate this. A ball of lightning. That could be cool. I think I'm going to go with that because she does have some lightning abilities. You know what? I think this needs to be the other way around. You know what's better than one ball of lightning? 2 balls of lightning. Oh, yeah, you absolutely could. You absolutely could, little bitty monster. So I imagine in Starfinder with technomancers, because their magic is so tied into technology, that I feel like the magic that like is your typical fantasy, like fireball, acid, like everything I imagine coalescing through these like magical screens and things like that. And so I wish there was a little more like Minority Report option, and when like a status effect on the magic that makes it look a little more modern, or sci-fi than fantasy, I suppose. Maybe I'm not doing a good job of explaining myself. Let me know if that helped in any way. And if it didn't, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for what I've done. I can't believe you've done this. All right. Wait, no, it was right before. Damn it. All right. It was right before. I had the hands wrong in my head, and I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's totally what I'm going for. Like code. For her, I imagine like the magic sort of is pixelated as it forms in her hand. And then like becomes flame or becomes acid, like it's dropping in. I love the code idea. So Priya has, and all technomancers have these spell caches. For some people, it's some kind of container or a casting focus. For me, mine was a magical tattoo of her god Eloritu, who's the god of like seeking wisdom, basically. And so the joke was always, I would be like, first my runes light up and then yada yada. So we always wanted to make t-shirts for that Starfinder show that said, and then my runes light up, because literally I said it all the time to the point where everybody made fun of me. Yeah, she's somewhere. This character's magic and its manifestations is somewhere between Jaina Proudmoore from World of Warcraft, Trinity from The Matrix, and Scarlet Witch, I would say. If you were looking for a style, I would say that the point in the Venn diagram where all of those things meet is probably it. It seems good. All right, back items. Nothing modern here. Let's see. We've got a jetpack. That's sick. I don't hate that. We'll come back to it, though. Miscellaneous. Ooh, a cyber deck. That's what I want. That's what I want. I can see it gathering around her palms and up her arm and manifesting as floating ones and zeros. Oh, that's so cool. I love that. I know 2 of those, but I dig it. Of the 2 I have, I can imagine what the center of that Venn diagram is. Oh, boy. All right. So I like the idea that she is a cyber deck because she does hack a bit. She hacks, she slash, but mostly she just hacked computers. Okay, side items. A scroll case on one side, for sure. All right, let's see. You know, I have a hard time believing she'd have a book because everything would be like on data pads. So no books. Sorry if you guys can hear my dog in the background. He's struggling with separation anxiety. So okay, I don't hate this. You know, I think we do need boots. I didn't put any boots on this character. And that makes me a villain. All right. I like those. They're pretty simple. Are there any like more sci-fi-y options? Samurai greaves. Ooh, these I like. Some riot boots to go with the... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Football shoes. Totally. I can see that being a thing. Boxing shoes. Bouncers, kickers, actually. Yeah, that's better. And, okay, so now let's... So we're all about that base. Oh, they've Kickstarter exclusive bases. I might just have access to these because... Oh, cool. Okay, so I got to show you something. So this is coming out for everybody very soon. I think like maybe even tomorrow. There are conditional bases where you can mark your status effects right on your creature, and I could not recommend that more for a game like Pathfinder or Starfinder, because environmental statuses, if you think they're crazy in D&D, like you get up to like +2, -2, +4, -4, like, or for a certain number of rounds. So having the ability to do status tracking on waves, stream, and wooden planks, I think those are definitely ones that... Oh, it's all of them. Oh, but this one is a Kickstarter exclusive one. So I can have this one because I'm special. But, which is not to say you aren't special to me. But this one, so each one has like a little arrow. And so then you can like turn the bottom. So the base kind of sits in it. And then you can turn it around to show what's there. So I think that's really cool. cogs and gears, stream. Really cool that you can do that. I'm going to put mine on flagstone. Yeah. So that's cool. You can do it. Then there's all also just like other bases, right? So it's very cool. Unfortunately, you can't double on the conditional base plus the effects, the big effects on the bottom, right? So that's, something you have to decide which one you're going to do. But yeah, that's pretty sweet. I think so. My character, one of her signature spells was Life Bubble. So I would probably get her in this situation. Now we need to do a pose. She's very, very stiffly to the side there. Let's do a high strike maybe. What if the 30 plus? That's amazing. I can't. I'm too old for this shit. That's what I call the I'm too old for this shit. Contemplative. I don't wish to be contemplative. I wish to this is good actually. I like this one where she's like reaching out, taking cover behind her screen. Yeah, please create a character. That's the whole point of this. You know what? There is, I believe, for anyone who's curious, I believe there is an affiliate link for my channel. So if you want to support getting your miniature through my Eldritch Foundry affiliate link, will actually kick some of the money. If you do end up buying an STL or a miniature from them, it'll kick it back towards me. So no pressure. But if you buy through that link, it would be really great, and it would show them that, hey, taking a chance on this friend wasn't a bad idea. In fact, it was a good idea. So I'll try and find it and send it to you guys here. Yeah, here it is. I made a bit.ly. What's up, Bardic Dan? Yeah, I have. Bardic Dan, I just got done streaming for 3 days straight with Pathfinder and Starfinder for Jasper's Game Day. So if you're curious about those, I'm on some of them, but I ran the entire Jasper's Game Week for Paizo here on this channel for a bunch of days last week, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And there's my podcast is called Starfound, and there's over 100 episodes of it out there. I think we're gonna finish Starfound. The final season is coming out soon. I think we're starting to record it actually this weekend. But yeah, so there will be more stuff on this channel. We'll see if there will be Starfinder stuff. I really love this system. I love the lore more than anything. I would love for somebody else to be running the game because it's so crunchy that it is hard to. I found it very intimidating to GM. But you can watch me GM a game in the Jasper's Game Week streams. It's actually the very first one, game one. Of day one. So if you wanted to find that in the VODs, that's there for you. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. So let's zoom in here. Let's see if we're happy with this, because I'm pretty happy. Yeah, and Blueberry Rogue was in it. Blueberry Rogue was one of our auction winners. She's also on the Patreon. And if Starfinder is something that people want to run, like I would like to practice running it. Yeah, like I love Starfinder. It can be a little crunch, but practice makes perfect, right? So this is Bardic Dan. First of all, welcome. All bards welcome for shoresies. This is my Technomancer Priya Brywin. Bonjour, I am Technomancer Priya Brywin, Dr. Priya Brywin, Technomancer extraordinaire. She was my very first Starfinder character, and I got to resurrect her for, she didn't die, but I got to bring her back into my life for our Jasper's Game Week charity streams, which was super fun. So she's got her little cyber deck going on. She's got her lightning thingy, and her gun, which is like really useful. Wait, why did her mouth close? This happened last time too. Now she's just making a smug ass look, and I'm not here for it. Facial controls. Jaw open. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. She's like, ha ha, got him. That's the look. The got him is the look situation. Yeah, Curse with Forever GM is tough, and I feel that. I have forced my friends to GM for me for long enough to know that I have a problem. Oh man. All right, cool. So I think that's good. The other thing that I like about this is you can create a token directly here from it. So if you wanted to, like, this one has cool Aurora Borealis behind it, and you could get up close to it. You could share it to your social page. I feel like there are more pose. And so you can get more intense with it, right? Like you could make the hands. Oh, well, that's not helpful. Now I got to go back. Handheld, magic effects, ball of lightning. Okay, pose. And you could go, but you can go in here and like bend things, and it shows you what the axis is on the model, which I think is really cool. I want to change her arms a little bit. Let's see. So this is where, when I tell people, think about what you're doing when you create the base for your mini, right? Because what you're going to want to look at here is this is going to be kind of hard to get to. So I don't want this ball of lightning to be like right there. So I'm going to roll it back a little bit without clipping. So we'll have the pauldron clip a little bit, but you won't really notice it. But that gives me more room to get the brush to the knee and the ball of lightning. And can also tip it up a little bit. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then you can go in there and really, change the positioning on a lot of it. So be patient, experiment, and you can really get some cool effects. The pauldron too, you could move in closer to the body. You could curl it forward. All of that is really helpful. It was for a worthy cause. Yeah, you could make digital tokens like for use in Roll20 with it. Mm-hmm. I have meetings with these guys every week, and I have to tell you, what they're coming out with is so cool. And the vision, the long-term vision, really focuses on, like, obviously they make miniatures, they deliver digital STLs for people who want to print 3D print their own miniatures, but it all comes down to them being super passionate about helping you with the character creation process. And I can't really go into a lot of it, but just stick around, because every Thursday we're going to be doing stuff on Eldritch Foundry, and then eventually we're going to be painting some Eldritch Foundry miniatures once they come in. And yeah, it's going to be building character. That's what it's going to be about. So we'll get to see stuff come in and compare it to when we made it originally and all of that. I do think this arm, let's deal with this right arm here with the gun. There, that's what I'm looking for. I was like, where is it? Where? Okay. I need... Okay. And then I tilt this. I'm kind of in love with this at this point. definitely ordering this one. Side Star, what's up? I was wondering when you knew when the Lost Mountain Saga was going to continue. I'm super psyched to hear you girls play that again. Thank you so much, Side Star. I really appreciate that. Side Star is talking about the Lost Mountain Saga, which is the Nordic horror podcast that I'm on with my friends Eleanor DiLorenzo and Sydney Emanuel. We all met over at the Glass Cannon Network. Lost Mountain here. It's going in the chat right now. So go ahead and take a listen to it. Every episode is they're all edited down. So it's got great editing by Ellie, and every episode is around an hour. I think the longest one was like an hour and 13 minutes. So it's a little bit more consumable. If you find something like Critical Role to be too intimidating and you want shorter things, I think it's good for that. For folks who want that. And it's dark and it's fun. But yeah, it's definitely, I would say there's some trigger warnings in there for trauma response to things. And yeah, I think Ellie does a good job of letting people know at the beginnings of different things, like what the themes are. So just check it out. I just like to mention that because it is a horror show. So it's not murder porn where every day is about, outdoing the darkness of the last episode or anything like that. But, it's not about kittens. The Lost Mountain Saga. It's not about kittens. As far as your question as to when we're going to continue, I don't have an answer for you. And I'm not lying. Ellie announced to us while we were making it. Obviously, we knew that Ellie was pregnant, so she was going to have to take some time to, have a baby and then figure out what her schedule is going to be. Because I don't want to imply that just because she's having a baby doesn't mean she's not going to make stuff or be a part of tabletop or anything like that. That's really a question that you could ask her. But she is the mastermind behind Lost Mountain Saga. So if you are interested in more Lost Mountain Saga or more with us, then please reach out to her. I know that she would like to do more, but it's kind of a one thing at a time type of thing. And I think she wanted to finish the story that we were telling with Astrid and Henrik. That's Sydney's and my characters. I think she wanted to finish that so that we had a contained story before the baby came. And then after she's able to kind of readdress what her schedule of her life is going to be, I think we'll figure out what's next, if anything. But what I can tell you is that we have finished recording, and it was so satisfying. I literally can't tell you anything, but it was very, very satisfying ending. And I think dice are magic, and they know, and I think people will be excited. I can't wait to hear what people think about the end of it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, totally, Blueberry. I just got a puppy, so I know on a microcosm level what that's like, which I'm sure you've heard barking in the background from time to time here. All right, let's see. Let's get back into this and just finish it up here, because speaking of my puppy, he really needs to go have some dinner and get out. I really love this. Like, I love this miniature so much. Let's see. Shoulder. I want this to be more in front of her. Yeah, and then there we go. Now here you want to be careful, right? Because I'm going to need to get the paintbrush between the gun and her mouth. So you're going to want to go to the wrist and tilt the gun down so that you have enough room to where it looks like she's sighting through the gun, right? but you have enough room to get your paintbrush in there. So that's the benefit to being able to create these minis on this level, but you have to think about the actual experience of painting the miniature when you do it. And one of my biggest pet peeves is when I get like a WizKids miniature and start painting it, and I'm just like, I understand why you designed this character this way. I get it. It's beautiful. But how did you ever imagine that I was going to paint it? Is often how I feel when I'm painting not customized miniatures. Because now I am the captain. I am the captain now, as they say. Let's twist this down a little bit or extend it. Yeah, I think this is the way, quote unquote. Yeah, I love this. I think this is going to be a great mini to paint. Priya Brywin. All right, let's save. Sick. All right, let's go ahead and take this token picture here. I like her to be in this like cyber world. I think that's fun. Love it. Save. Boom. And then it saves it on your computer as a PNG file. And then if you wanted to like put it on a backdrop, you can also like get rid of the frame. You can choose a different frame. Like if I wanted to have a circular frame, I could do that, or a square frame, doesn't really matter. I can do all of that. I wonder if I can change. Oh, that's fun. So this kind of gives you some... Oh, this is so cool. Oh my God, why didn't I know this background? Okay, this is great. I'm living. I am living. Are you living? I'm living. Man, oh man. Priya Brywin, guys. It's all happening. It's all happening here. It's all happening. Save. And then I'm going to save this as well without the frame, just in case I need it for something. Save. Amazing. You can always tell when someone's making things that just look cool on a screen and not as an actual thing. No, totally. I think this turned out really well. And I will tell you, even though, you know, I'm working with them, when I was looking through things last week and thinking, man, I want to make a Starfinder character, I don't know if there's enough sci-fi stuff in here to make one. I was so wrong. And there's especially more if I wanted to do like an android or a Vanguard type of situation with like power armor. I saw someone go to the Eldritch Foundry Twitter and give them a follow, because I've been on there retweeting other people painting their Eldritch Foundry minis, and I saw someone's and it was so freaking cool. And I'm going to try and find more of them to share with you guys. So definitely go give them a follow there if you haven't. But yeah, it's been great. It's kind of a fun little relationship, because they're interested in how I talk to you guys and in the way that I've built this community, and you know, how I can bring that to the table for them. And so we have a good little gig there worked out between us, and I'm really excited about it. Again, if you are curious about buying your own miniature, first of all, there is a 15% discount on my Patreon. The Patreon gives you access to exclusive Patreon-only D&D games right now, but it'll be expanding to other systems probably within this year. We'll see. And it also gives you access to podcasts and magical items and stuff like that, and community events that I run. So if you want to be a part of a cool community of baby bards, that is the place to be. Here is the Patreon for you. I think recently my YouTube link came through there. I put out as close to weekly content as I can, but right now I have a dog who is new to my life within the last month, and so that has been taking up a little bit more time than I would like in the interim, but there will be weekly content again, I swear. It's just puppy life. Puppy life where you have to take your dog out every 3 hours makes it kind of impossible to get into anything outside of your day job. So I'm just glad that we got to do this stream, honestly. Okay, cool. So that's there. And then lastly, of course, your link to Eldritch Foundry. If you buy through this link, this is my affiliate link. This is the way. Has it really only been a month? Yeah, it's been about a month and a week, to be honest. But yeah, the Eldritch Foundry link there. If you buy from after going to the site through that link, not only will they see that the traffic came from me, but I'll get a little bit of a kickback from anything you decide to buy. And if you want that extra 15% off, you can join my Patreon for $5. That's all it takes. Literally everyone on the Patreon gets it, even at the $5 tier. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming to our first episode, like our first real episode of building character. I'm excited to build more characters with you guys as time goes on. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of Around the Hearth, which is a tabletop RPG talk show. I hope to see you guys here. We're currently thinking about talking about like our favorite weapons and magical items from D&D. We'll see. It might the topic might change because we're always kind of whittling it down to the stuff we're really excited to talk about. But that'll be at 6 p.m. tomorrow night right here. And then this weekend on Sunday, all the patrons are going to watch. They're invited at least to watch Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade on Discord together. So there's a lot to like, guys. There's a lot to like going on. You can be a part of it. So get out there in the meantime and live your quest life. Bye. She said bye, but then she didn't leave because she couldn't find the screen that goes up at the end of the stream. Hey, okay, really, bye-bye, friends.